We do love you, Leeds. Cheers, son. That's the one that's poorly off school, by the way. Hence why I'm at home through the day. Thanks so much for being here. And yeah, a bit of a different video. You know me, I'm normally 10 o'clock lives, 10 o'clock at night. Don't do much through the day, usually at work, but took the opportunity today to jump on with Joe and do a couple of videos myself while I'm off. So emotions are high right now. A lot of people overreacting or being told they're overreacting, but for me, if it's your own opinion, you know, it is what it is. You can't lie, you can't shirk away from how you feel. For me, so you just lay it out. And when you've got a YouTube channel or when you've got a platform of any size or thing like that, you've just got to say what's on your mind. And if people like it, they like it. And we all love Joe, don't we? Let's be fair, we all go there for his opinions. We don't always agree with what he says. The Bamford thing's feels a little bit wild, but I see where it's coming from. There's only Bamford who can sort of challenge for that starting spot. But Bamford of old, yeah. Bamford of now, I would say no chance. But I see what he's saying. But yeah, I've got a Joseph shirt behind me. I thought we were going to be the man this season. He's not. But let's be fair, up until a week ago, we were absolutely flying. I didn't look at anyone's position and think they were playing poorly. Maybe Aronson slightly could do better in that position. But really, over the course of 36 games, we are numero uno for a reason. Because we've got the best side. For me, best manager. We just got to back him for the last 10 games. But I'll be honest, I aren't happy at the minute. I'm stressed. I'm pissed off from yesterday. But we've just got to try and back the boys. As hard as that is right now, I do believe we've got enough to do it. So let's see who's in the building. Tezzy UK, hey mate, thanks for being here, buddy. Much appreciated on every video at the minute. Love it. Thank you. Philip Anderson, just smashed the light for you, mate. Cheers, Philip, mate. Means a lot, buddy. I can't believe Joe said Bamford over Joseph. Oh, I know. Joe as well. I know how Joe feels about Bamford as well. It's an hard one, isn't it? But yeah, goes to show you where his head's at the minute. It's a stressful spot. And yeah, I've had a few people say it. A lot of people on my chat as well, Philip, saying Bamford will come back and stuff. And it's the stuff of nightmares. But I'll tell you, if he puts a shirt on, I'll have to put that to one side and hopefully he'll do the business. But I don't really see it. I think if he does get back into a shirt, I don't expect him to have any run of minutes or games really before now in the season, because it's not something we're used to seeing. If he comes back, can you guarantee he won't get injured again? Pretty sharpish, I'm not too sure. We are a laughing stock, for fuck's sake. It feels like it a minute, mate. Although a week ago we were smashing it, weren't we, buddy? Fan says, honestly, I saw the writing on the wall after the baggies. First signs of being cocky and soft. If we don't take the freaking championship, I'll go for the neck. I won't freaking come. Yeah, that's it. And certain players do that. Ampadu does that. I feel like Rothwell's really done that at times this season. But as a collective, as a side, and you know, the manager and everybody as a collective, they need to grab it by the scruff of the neck, because it's there. It's in the palm of his hands again. It was last season after being chasers all season. Last season we pulled it back and it were in our hands for a week, if that. One game week, and then we blew it. If it wasn't for those mental scars, if we had nothing like this to sort of look back on, we wouldn't be as bothered. But we have, you know, only last season, and then in seasons before, we get there, we get the ball and we drop it, don't we? So it is a worry, but I firmly believe we will be okay. But that does not stop me absolutely shitting a brick right now. And come Wednesday, I'll be there against Millwall, and Millwall has come for me on this channel because I've been very over the top, some would say, of my predictions in my Millwall fixtures. I thought we battered them in both games. I've been left with egg on my face. So having this channel and putting my head above the parapet, it actually stresses me out a little bit more than it did before, obviously, because they come for me, and rightly so. But whenever I put a ball prediction out there, you know, you're 3-0, you're 4-0, which I don't think it's that bold, because if the boys turn up, they should slap most teams up that. And I'll be back, you know, I'm back in a 4-0 on Wednesday, regardless of what I've seen yesterday. They've got to bounce back. They've got to give us more. One defeat in 18. These fans can go into over the top. No, they can, Stephen, 100%, mate. It's when you look at it like that, it makes us look daft. But just as an isolated game, I understand the meltdown and the nerves that back that meltdown up. Do you know what I mean? It's easy to say we've only lost 1 in 18. That's fantastic form. But why are we joint top? It's crazy, Stephen. It's crazy. We should be well clear. But everybody else behind us, those two sides behind us, are doing something similar. And it's respect to Sheffield United and Burnley, who at least come a fight. Yeah, true, mate, true. And they're still there, aren't they? They're still there, and massive pressure on us now. Farker's got to get him up for the fight. He didn't last season. Yeah, no, I agree with that. I do. We've got to take the season, the game, the moment by the scruff of the neck and go do it, because we've got the best players, we've got the best manager to get us out of this division. We really do. Stephen said we created more than enough chances to win the game. On another day, a pen, I'm still confident. Yeah, well, that's it. On another day, we get the pen and we win that comfortable. For me, that penalty goes in. I don't think we draw game 1-1. We score that and we're comfortable. You know, a 2 or 3-0 win for me if that goes in. It's just, it wasn't another day. It was yesterday, and it was what it was. You know what dogs do when they get dominated by another dog? They lay on their back as a token of surrender and pee them. So, mate, it feels like Joe said, it summed it up perfectly. Soft underbelly, lay there and get his belly stroked at times, and we do, because usually we don't have to rely on that fight. We don't have to rely on that dirty side of game, because his quality is normally enough from the off. Normally, how many times a season has it been game over after 20 minutes or half time? But when we do have to, go when we're in a dogfight, we do struggle. Smasher Like says, Stripper, thank you, mate. Yeah, please stick a like, please subscribe if you're new. There's a few names on here I've not seen before, so thanks so much for coming over from Josie. Much appreciated. They dominated the second half. Yeah, they did. I thought first half, fairly even. Second half, they dominated us, but based on the fact that we didn't really give it any effort for me. But what I will say is fantastic. We still had the chances, which was annoying. We still actually had the fucking chances to win the game. I said, but that's football. I don't get the panic. Yeah, I mean, I'm one of them. It's a really reactive thing to do. Is stress over one performance, but because I love the club so much, like I'm sure you do too. We all react in different ways, and it's just the worry of not going up again is just so heavy right now, so heavy, and we're not used to seeing us go back to back without a win. We've had a couple of times this season where it's been a back to back draw, but not a draw followed up by a loss. It seems very nervy at the minute. Yeah, that's it. They had so many injuries. They weren't even a full strength Portsmouth side. Carl Bettis says, pick up Matty. Cheers, Carl. Thank you, mate. Afternoon, Matty. Up, Oliver. Hope you're well. Hope you're well, mate. It's a mentality that we brought to the game. That's it. I'm massive on mentality in life in general, and in sport, it's massive. And with poor mentality, it doesn't matter how good your quality is, doesn't matter how good your players are. With a poor mentality, you'll always come second. You're never going to win not with poor mentality. You can't. We see sides with less quality who have decent mentality who can go on and win stuff. It's not all about the quality. You need a mixture of the two. And sometimes having less quality but more of a mental steel about you can win more stuff than the quality itself. So, it's one of them, and we need to get stronger in these moments. We really do. Bamford of the last few years has been absolutely shit for a few. Yeah, he has. Hey up, Russ. Hit the subscribe button, smash a like for this legend. Love you, Matt. I love you too, Russ. Hope you're well, mate. Thanks for dropping in, buddy. Much appreciated. Who thought we would go unbeaten at the end of the season? White Swan. I did, mate. I didn't think we'd win every game. I thought we'd draw 2 or 3, but I thought we'd go unbeaten. Based on what I've seen these last few months, I did. I hope we can turn it around on Wednesday and then Saturday, and then maybe I'll say something again with 8 to go. But yeah, you too, Philip. How wrong was I? Yeah. Stephen Underwood, when Bielsa took us up, we lost 9 games and had a wobble around March, came out stronger. We'll do the same. 22 points gets us up. Yeah, I think we end up with mid-90s. I was saying we'd get over 100. I do think 3 teams get over 90 points, which is the worry. But yeah, lost 9 games. Didn't Leicester lose 11 and still win league last season? It's crazy. That's 4 losses for us. We might have another 1 in there, maybe. Probably end season 4, 5, maybe max. Losses, it's a pretty good season. Like I say on my channel all the time, I go into work on a Monday morning bouncing. I go into work on a Wednesday bouncing when we play on a Tuesday, usually because I'm a big lad. That's why I'm normally bouncing, but usually because we've won a game of football. I go to every game at Ellen Road, and usually I'll leave with a smile on my face. So I ain't going to complain too much, but as an isolated game, it really pissed me off yesterday. Yeah, we do, mate. And we've seen it at times this season. We have had moments where I've gone, oh, we've come back and scored a late winner there. Oh, we've scored from a corner. This is a different lead side. And then that happened yesterday, and you feel like you're back at square one. Afternoon, Adam. All right, mate. Hey up, CB. Afternoon, I know. I'm never even an afternoon. Never. Hi, Matt. Not seen you in a while. I caught you live, MLT. Yeah, cheers, Jay. Like I said, I don't normally do fruit day, do I? But yeah, 6 sun, so off today. It means I can do a little bit. Oliver, everyone think we will go up on 97 points. If that's 6 wins, 3 draws, 1 loss in the final 10. So we dropped points in 4 games. Yeah, well, to be fair, when you look at that, I think 97 points probably wins your league, to be fair. So that's a decent total. I'll take that. I do think we tend to go. There is a couple more games we'll drop points in. And for me, it's going to be the away games. I know Millwall looks tricky, but it's at home. I fancy us to do Millwall this time. They better do. They're going to come for me. The closest ground to me is Tranmere Rovers, just down the road, and I don't support them. Lol. Yeah, you support the right team, mate. Yeah, it is edge turner. Yeah, it's due to our past. What happened last season that makes us worried. Let's try to keep calm. Yeah, 100%. 100%. You just got to hope, aren't you, that the players don't actually take no notice of the YouTube scene or social media scene in general, which I'm sure they don't. Maybe some people do, but end of the day, it's what we're here for, innit? I'm just a fan of all YouTube creators like you guys. Do you know what I mean? I set my own channel up just because I love talking about it and I do what I've said in, but it is a worry. It is a worry when, you won't have to look. You could win 20 on bounce and you lose one. You're still going to be reactive to that loss. You're still going to come on here and discuss it and moan about the players that didn't play well, regardless of where you are. But the problem is, I feel like it's been so easy recently and I've had no stress at all. And I love stress. I love jeopardy in football. I love being nervous. I say it all the time. I absolutely love the Sunderland game. So stressful, but what a moment. And you don't get that moment if you're playing well from minute one and you're smashing them 3 or 4-0. You don't get that euphoric moment, do you, when you go 2-1 up in last minute? I love that. And it'll be best game I remember this season was Sunderland at home for that reason, just like Leicester last season. I don't mind jeopardy in sport, I really don't. But we shouldn't be there, should we, with how good we've played all season? It's wild. All of a sudden, you're like, how are we third on Wednesday if them two win a game? Which is highly likely. You're hoping West Brom do us a favour. Out of the 2 games, I think West Brom may get something, maybe. I think that's against Sheffield United. I might be wrong with that. Or obviously one of the two, but it's nervy. It's very nervy. I think we'll bounce back 2-0 against Millwall, keep the faith. But yeah, I've always got the faith, buddy. I've always got the faith. I do about the boys. It is worrying, Adam says we were poor Saturday, we let bite. We were poor Sunday, we let bite. Especially in these proper championship high octane games, we are still top, still in our hands. We will go poor, Michael. Yeah, that's how I feel, mate. I'm still going to have a bit of a moan about it, but yeah, I do. Dilip, hello, mate. I'm new here. Saw you on the YouTube with Joe. Cheers, mate. Yeah, he's a great guy, is Joe. I get on Joe's now and again, pal. You might have seen me in past. He asked me to jump on today when he knew we were free. So happy days. Thanks for being here, buddy. Please please subscribe if you're new. It's really nice to see some new names in here. Really appreciate you coming over. It's all nailed on that we lose to Millwall on Wednesday. We're so low on confidence they'll be well up for. Becchio's bulge. It is a worry. It is a worry. They've got no to lose. They'll come and it's the cup final, like we say all the time. But I've got to back them on Wednesday, mate. I've got to. I know what you're saying. It's so nervy. On paper, it should be a winnable game for us at home. Every game, honestly, I think we could play Barcelona at home. I'd tip us to win. At home, I just feel like we're unbeatable at home, which is just means it hurts so much more when we drop points to West Brom in a draw. That ain't actually a bad result on paper, but yeah, I've got to back them, mate. But I understand the stress. I'm right there with you. 17 unbeaten, but only 2 points out of third has me worried. Hey up, Matt Leeds. Everyone go check Matt Leeds out as well on his YouTube channel. Really good guy over in Australia. Thanks a lot for dropping in, mate. And yeah, it is a worry, pal. It's because of the run we've been on. I've not really paid attention to league, really. I don't really look at other fixtures, which is what I made to do today. I don't really look at them. I just look at Leeds. And usually, I know we sound because we just keep winning. And now all of a sudden, it's like, right, let me have a little look. Ah, shit. Wow, how have we got here? And it's because they're doing the same. Just not losing. Going on long runs. Sheffield United haven't got a lengthy run like we have. They've got a couple, obviously lost to Hull recently. Hammered by Hull. But like I said on Joe's show, Burnley haven't lost in what since October? They're 20-odd unbeaten. A lot more draws than us, granted. But they're staying touching distance because the other two aren't letting go. They're not letting up. We have been brilliant this season. I am usually optimistic, but after the last 2 games, I'm getting twitchy. Only normal skip. It means you care. It means you're a realist. You should be nervous. It's blind faith if you're not nervous right now for me. You can be confident. I'm confident we'll still go up, and I think we'll win Wednesday. But I'm feeling nervous about it because I care. And if you care, you get nervous, don't you? Mark says, I think we've blown it 1 point from 6 with 2 bogey teams to come. It feels like history. Oh, Mark, I hope you're wrong, mate. They do feel like 2 bogey teams, 100%. We don't win down at QPR very often, and Millwall have done us twice this season, so I get it. But I don't think we're blown it. I think we'll be all right, but it's panic stations for me a little bit. No time for panic yet. They did the job on us yesterday. We just couldn't get going. Not time for throwing the toys at the problem. Yeah, Stephen, good way to look at it. I hope you're right. We really need to be in Millwall on Wednesday to stay on track for all my promotion, get revenge on the... Yeah, revenge as well. You know, I know they'll be not really asked about the FA Cup. I was bothered at the time. But 100% of professional footballers not going to get... Imagine getting beat by Millwall 3 times in season. Like 3 games. It's mad, isn't it? Lord Gorlaff, hello, mate. I'm just lurking here in my pit of pure calmness. You are, buddy, and I love it. Hope you're doing well, mate. We can still pull things around, bring up. Yeah, 100%, mate. We have the capabilities to go on another run again. I mean, last time we got beat, we went on a 17-match unbeaten run. We do that again in these 10 games, we go up as champions. It's a hope that kills you, it is, Mark. I love Mez as a person, but I wish he showed some authority in goal. Yeah, he does. He's too nervy. He's as nervy as I am right now. He really is. He really is. But it's what we deal with now, and it's what we've got. Absolutely nil, and we lose on Wednesday. Becchio's bold. Come on. It's not. It's not. Confidence will be as low as it's been this season. It really will be as low as it's been this season, but it would also only what, a week ago, but as high as it's been this season. And, you know, this has still happened, so we can definitely get his way out of this 100%. As long as Leeds get back with winning ways, that's all that matters, yeah, 100%. My daughter's just subscribed to your channel. Thanks, Tezza, mate. It means a lot. Thanks a lot, buddy. Yeah, please like, please subscribe if you're new here. Right, let's get into the reason why I did this video. Something I've never done before. I've seen Joe do it in past. I really, really wanted to do it. I'm going to be really honest with this. I'm not the best when it comes to techie stuff, so we'll see how it goes. I think I'm going to get this right, but let's see. I'm going to do a bit of a prediction now. I'm going to go through the fixtures. Anyone who watches Joe's show will have seen he's done it before. I've never done all that before. Let's check it up. It's there. So I'm going to go through now and just an honest opinion. Let me know in chat when it comes to the main fixtures what you think. So I'll leave Burnley West Brom for now. Let me know what you think of some of these fixtures. I think it's going to be tight, this. I think Leeds go up. But as I do this, maybe it'll change as I put these fixtures in truly how I feel right now. Maybe it'll be it won't happen. Imagine if I do these and it ends up being Leeds in third. I'm just gonna blitz some of these off because some of these for me I had to ask about. I really are. So I'll leave some. Let me know what you think about Burnley game, Sunderland game on this list, and Leeds and Sheffield United game, and I'll look at the comments, come back to them. I'm gonna go 1-1 for that one. Skip that one. I'm gonna go at home. I'm gonna go 2-0. It's a big game that for Plymouth. Hull versus Oxford. I'm gonna go 2-0. Joffrey with 2 assists. Watford, I'm going to go 1-0 against Swansea. Stoke, I'm going to go 1. I'm going to go Blackburn 2. So let me know what you think. Let me have a look at these chats. It's Esky Paulo. I want to win the league, but I'm not bothered if we finish second. Just can't cope with the playoffs. Yeah, I know. I'm same. I am the same. I agree. Skip first or second, just not the fucking playoffs. Yeah, 100%. Right, well, no one in the chat's banged out in, so I'm going to go with West Brom winning that 1-0, you know. Sorry, Burnley beating West Brom 1-0, I am. Sunderland, I think, will win that. I'm going to go 2-1. Sheffield United, I think, beat Bristol 2-0. My opinion, I'm just going to say what I said on my stream last night. I'm going to go for a big M-fight. Leeds winning that one. I really am. So let's see what that does to the table. No movement there. 9 games left. We're still top. Goal difference improves even more with a 4-0. But that's how I see those fixtures going. I don't think there's any drop points for the top 4 at all in this round of fixtures. Us Burnley Blunts will all win this round. Yeah, I agree. I really do. Remember, Sheffield United play Burnley. Yeah, that's the one I won't be able to call on this. But yeah, we'll have to have a look when we get to that one. But yeah, 100%. That could be season defining, couldn't it? It really could. That's a huge moment, that game, 100%. So let's look at next round. So this is next Saturday, Friday night. Bristol play Norwich. I'm just gonna go 1-1. Millwall against Stoke. I'm gonna go Millwall to win 1-0. QPR Leeds. I'll come back to it. Blackburn Cardiff. I'm gonna go Blackburn to win 1-0. Coventry Sunderland. I'll come back to that. That's a belter of a game. Luton are gonna, I think, draw 1-1 to Middlesbrough. Oxford 1. I'm gonna go Watford 2. Plymouth versus Derby. It's hard. Some of these are just asked about. I'm gonna go 1-0 Plymouth. Let's give them a win. Preston. I'm gonna go. Let me press it. Portsmouth. I'm gonna go 1. Preston 1. Swansea Burnley. West Brom Hull. West Brom. I'm gonna go 2-1. Right. We should be bossing this ourselves. We should, 100%. But it's interesting to see what I think our results will be like, not just them. But it's not something I normally do this. I normally just, Andy Rose a busy bee. I know, mate. I know. I tend to just give my reaction to games. This is a bit out of my comfort zone, but I just thought it'd be interesting to see. Because I've sort of got a feeling what I think Leeds will do, but I haven't really looked at the other side's fixtures, so it's just interesting to put them in and see where I think they'll drop points. So QPR Leeds, this could. What I'll say is I'll never predict on a preview. I'll never predict Leeds to drop points. Maybe I will in Prem, because that is blind faith if not. But I actually think, as I feel right now, 1-1 in that game. I don't know what the chat think of that. It seems a little bit wild maybe, but I'm sort of looking at Millwall and QPR as 4 points, which would have been okay if we'd have won the last 2. Now it seems like, dropping any points at all is a disaster. But I am going to go 1-1 in that game, guys. I really am. Do I think we can slap them up? Yeah, I do. But for the purpose of this, I actually think it's going to be I don't think we'll win both. Hopefully I'm wrong. I mean, if we slap up Millwall 4-0, it'll be a disaster to drop points in game after that. It really will, because the confidence should be sky high. But I think 1-1 in that one, Coventry, Sunderland. Can Coventry just keep winning? I think they do, I'm going to go 2-1. I'm going to go 2-1 Cov. Swansea, Burnley. It's away from home, so it's a trickier one, but I think Burnley win that. I'm going to go 2-0 Burnley. Sheffield Wednesday, Sheffield United. This is a huge game. Huge game. Absolutely huge game, this one. Yeah, I like I say, I think that one, mate. I think we do beat them. I think we comfortably beat Millwall, pal. I do. Interesting idea. But how many come to fruition? It didn't work on last year's running. No, these will be totally way off. Totally way off. I'm just going to try and make myself feel better. That's all. I'm actually going to go with this one. I'm going to go with a 1-1 draw. I think in the Sheffield derby, it could be a 1-1 draw. Sheffield Wednesday going to want to stop Sheffield United from getting automatics. Sheffield Wednesday still have aspirations of getting the playoffs. It's going to be hard for them, but they are currently. I've got them now currently a game later than we are currently. It's only 6 points off, so I'm actually going to go for that. A draw in that one. Calculate. Let's see where that leaves us. With 8 games to go, would still have Leeds. Oh, look at that! Look how wild that looks. All on 80 points, all 3. Oh, there you go. Which one it is? Our goal difference is a point too, mate. And there it's showing there we'd still be top, but it's mad that. It's mad. In all honesty, I can't accept dropping points from really bad luck. I just can't accept not to. That's it. Fantasy. Honestly, that's it. Fantastic. 100%. Those fans that went down to Portsmouth say, I know one of the lads travels all the way to Portsmouth, Danny. 2 a.m. set off on coach to get served up that. It's just not good enough. You can accept getting beat, but you've got to get beat the right way. Through lack of effort and fight, that's what you can't accept. That's what nobody can accept. The bare minimum is you turn up for your fans and you turn up for your badge. That's the bare minimum. And for me, they let themselves down yesterday. And they haven't done that very often this season. But when they have, it's part of sea from our boys. It really is. So I'll skip the top 4 for now. I'm going to Derby, Preston. I'm going to go 1-1. Watford, I think, will beat Plymouth 2-0. Hull City v Luton. I'm going to go 1-0. Luton have been so bad, you're right, mate. So bad of Luton. I can't believe they're doing a Sunderland, aren't they? Doing a Sunderland back-to-back relegations. Cardiff, I'm going to back Wednesday to get that. Burnley, Bristol, skip that. Middlesbrough, Oxford. I'm going to go 1-0 Middlesbrough. They've been so poor on Middlesbrough of late, aren't they? Norwich, West Brom, that's a good game. I'm going to go 1-1. Draw specialist, West Brom out there. Portsmouth, Blackburn. It's a tricky one. Where have I got Blackburn in late league there? Because I'm just outside playoffs, but Portsmouth at home is such a tricky one. I can't see Portsmouth losing, so I'll have to back a draw in that one, guys. Let me know if you think I've done anything wild at the minute. I don't think anything's been too wild. Even backing us to draw away at QP, I don't think that's out of the realms of possibility. I hope I'm wrong. And I will definitely be backing us to win. When I've Stoke to win that at home. Right, so Sheffield United v Coventry. This is a game, as a fan base, we've got to pray that Fat Frank Lampard will be a Lampard fan that day, can get us something. Because that, when you look at the fixtures, that's a huge opportunity for Sheffield United to drop points. That is huge. Huge. Yeah, you're right. At least Sheffield United know how to win ugly. I mean, we've had moments where we've done that. We've had moments we've won it, you know, scoring goals from corners, coming back when we from you know, the grasp of defeat and snatching a win. It's happened. We've done it, but it's not something we're known for doing. They are. Burnley, Sheffield United, they are. Yeah, true, mate, true. I just sort of want to see where the relegation and playoff sort of hopefuls land as well. But yeah, I get that, mate. I'm going to go with this one. I'm going to go 1-1. Sunderland at home to Millwall. I'm going to go 1-0 Sunderland. Burnley, Bristol. I think Burnley win that. I think they've still got the goal scoring boots on now. I think they win that 3-1. Leeds at home to Swansea. I'm going to go 2-0 Leeds. Don't think we'll concede in that fixture. Calculate. How tight it is. 83. Joint top with Burnley. Goal difference. I've got it at 11, that seems wild as well because they haven't been good on high, have they? Yeah, they're right up as arse there, aren't they? On the same amount of points. So yeah, 11 goals off. It's just so scary that it could be this tight. It's gonna be this tight now. I agree with Joe earlier in the season that we will create a gap, and it's just not looking that way. Loving this, by the way. Cheers, Solomon. Thank you. Like I say, it's something new this for me. I'm normally just previews, reviews, match day vlogs, a little bit of mental health stuff. My normal sorts. This is totally out of my realms of I can't even believe I've attempted, to be fair, bringing up other slides. It's not what I normally do, but hopefully it's good viewing for you guys. It's 31 in here. Please smash a like. Please subscribe if you're new. Really appreciate it. My mate Sean from Wilco Whites. Please go check out Wilco Whites too, guys, if you're new here. Good friend of mine. We co-host Late Night Leeds on a Friday on my channel. And Imagine Not Being Leeds. He's a really good guy. Hi all. I'm trying to stay positive, but when we play like it feels like here we go again. These last 10 games are massive, but the next 2 will tell me how mentally strong we are. Yeah, like I said on Joe's channel, massive about mentality and mental strength. These next 2 definitely show that. Millwall have had us twice at home, pressure at Ellen Road. Then you've got to go away at QPR, someone we've not won there in 7 or 8 years. Difficult side. So yeah, it's a difficult one. Let me just check this for Russ, who's just asked, what website is this, Matty? Found it on Google, having a play around. Worldfootball.net. Worldfootball.net. And then just type in Championship, mate, and it comes up. You can do Premier League, you can do Championship, you can do, I think, lower leagues as well. On 76, 30 to play for 96 should do it. Yeah, I agree, Andy. I agree, mate. Let's look at this then. So Luton v Leeds. Leave that for now. Blackburn, Middlesbrough. I think Blackburn win that 2-0. Bristol v Watford. I'm going to go 1-0 Bristol. Coventry, Burnley. Come back to that. Millwall, Portsmouth. I'm going to go 1-0 Millwall. Oxford, Sheffield. Leave that. Plymouth, I think, will lose to Norwich. Preston v Stoke. I'm going to go 2-1 Stoke. QPR versus Cardiff. I'm going to go 2-0. Sheffield Wednesday, Hull. I'm going to go 1-1. Swansea versus Derby. I'm going to go 0-0. Right, so Luton Leeds. I think this is going to be a tight game, but I'm going to back us to win that one 2-1. Coventry, Burnley. I'm going to go. This is the same again. Coventry might hold the key to this automatic promotion race. They really might do. Coventry have a massive, massive say. This format is making it even more. Yeah, Skip, I would hoping it'd sort of change it around for me, but it's making me really nervous. Because it's getting tighter and tighter the more I input. They're not going away. Coventry, Burnley. It's hard because can Coventry just make at this rate? I'm going to put Coventry to win every game. I'm gonna have to go a draw. I'm going to go. They're going to cancel each other out. But I don't know if I'm giving Coventry too much credit, or am I right to think they will be the side that takes points off Sheffield United and Burnley? We've got to hope. We hate Frank Lampard, but we've got to hope. And I mean, we really played so well against Coventry. But we know how good they are, and look at the run they're on now. We're the only team to beat them under Frank Lampard. So it's one of them where we've got to pray and got to hope. that they can do big things to our rivals, because they are they're playing both of them, and they are the form team right now in the Championship of Coventry. So yeah, I'm going to back them a draw. Oxford v Sheffield United. I think Sheffield United have too much in that one. I'm going to back them win 2-0 away at Oxford. West Brom Sunderland. I think Sunderland drop out of autos for definite on this one. I think they'll lose this one. I think they'll lose this 1-0. Don't think they get a result away at West Brom. Calculate that. In my opinion, we will be 2 points clear with six games left. And it's not even too clear a second, it's too clear a third. Oh, yeah, and I think at that point, Sunderland are gone. If they weren't already, which, some people say they're already gone now. But at that point, I've got them 12 points behind. It's game over for Sunderland there. But yeah, let's move into next game. Let's see what else is on here. See what the chat's saying. Fantasy followed Leeds since I was 9-year-old. Attacker in 1974. Oh, classmate. You've seen some right highs and some right lows, haven't you, buddy? Andy wrote, in fairness, Leeds' third of the season was mainly underwhelming. The excuse, it's all still early days. Yeah, no, I know it was, mate. I know it was. Yeah, I didn't know that one either. What's Attacker? Little kid. Okay. Smash a like and subscribe, please. Yeah, Danny. Yeah, please, if you don't mind sticking a like on. Was obsessed with Billy's Leeds. Yeah, heard all the stories, mate. What an absolute legend. I remember the shoe. That was a cut out of a scrapbook. Nice one. Right then, so Blackburn v Sheffield Wednesday. 1-1. Bristol West Brom. Gonna go 2-2. Middlesbrough Leeds. I'll come back to that one. Preston Cardiff. I'm gonna go Preston to win 2-1. Stoke Luton. I think Stoke win 2-0. Luton are going down. Watford v Hull. I'm gonna go 1-0 Watford. Coventry Portsmouth. I just keep saying Coventry are gonna win all the time, don't I? I'm gonna 3-0 Portsmouth for a bad away from home. Oxford 1. QPR 1. Swansea 1. I'm going to go Plymouth 0. Right then, so let's get into it. Middlesbrough Leeds. So on paper, this was a fixture that always looks tricky at this level. The haters, like most people do, and we love it. But yeah, it could be a tricky game. But it's been a very, very weird season for them. Showed promise. They've got some really good players. But the form has been terrible. I don't see... But it's a pressure game. They're still technically in with a shot at playoffs. This could be a game, right, where Leeds could drop points. It could be. But based on everything that sort of the data sheets would say, if I want to look into Middlesbrough, I just don't see it. They'll raise their levels, similar to what Portsmouth did in a game like this. We're going to be nervous as hell. They're going to have potential, playoffs to aim for if they're lucky. Potentially nothing to play for at this point, other than just, no pressure, go beat Leeds United. So it's going to be an hard game, but I back us to win another tight one, a 2-1, and that could be a massive, massive game, that one, because that when you're Burnley or Sheffield United, games like that are games you look at Leeds United going, they could drop points tonight. Your games at home, you're not probably expecting Leeds to drop many points at home now. 5 games left. Chances are we'll win 4 and draw 1 at the very least. I don't think we get beat at home. Away from home, that's a tricky fixture on paper. Norwich, Sunderland. I think at this point, Sunderland are done, and I think they'll lose that one. Sheffield United, Millwall. I think Sheffield United win that 2-0. Derby away at Burnley. I think Burnley win that 2-1. I just don't see any issues with those games. I really don't. Calculate that. Same as. And Sunderland drop further behind. Danny says, Matty, I just joined. Bet you have us winning next 2 games. I don't, mate. I think I will, on my preview, I will say we'll win both games. But I got us to beat Millwall, I think about 4-0. And I put it down a 1-1 draw for the QPR game, mate. Although I will not call that when I do my preview, because I just can't. I'm convinced a few fans don't understand the complexities of rotational changes. They are getting mixed up with tactical substitutions. It's about resting and keeping players fresh and re-energized. Yeah, Andy, 100%. it's not about the tactical side of it sometimes. It's just about giving freshness to those legs. And we have got a really good bench and a really good squad. Problem is, whenever he's rotated certain players, even last season, certain times, I remember Stoke away, freshen things up, didn't work. We saw an FA Cup game. Maybe that was just too many changes. That didn't work. It's an hard one because you know pretty much 90% of that side. You can pick 9, 10 players, can't you, who's going to start every week, and it likelihood is that. Aronson's someone who, unfortunately, mate, has not had anyone to rotate with, and same with Pirot. That they've been the two really. You are really relying on no injuries, aren't you, pal? But even with no injuries, form dips in and out, and it's a tricky one at the minute because there's a couple of players not in form. CB Aronson should have been rested ages ago. Has he played every league game? He's played every league game, I think, since Rutter left. I don't think he's even been on bench, has he? Since Rutter left, I think he started every game. He hasn't played every minute. Last month or so, you've seen him being used now, coming off as getting subbed off with 20 to go. But for first 30 games a season, he was playing 90 minutes, wasn't he, CB? Playing pretty much every game. So, yeah. I've calculated that, yeah, they have. So that's that one. That's next 6 years. Burnley, Norwich, come back to that. Cardiff, Stoke. I'm going to go 0-0. Very average championship sides. Oh, I do. Now Geldart's gone there. I've been watching a bit more of Hull. They're all right on high, but I'm gonna go 1-1. Coventry can't win them all. Luton, Blackburn. I'll let you score a goal, Luton, but I don't think you win it. But 1-1. Millwall, Middlesbrough. I'm gonna go 1-1. Plymouth, come back to that Portsmouth derby. I'm going to go 2-0 Portsmouth. Really good home record on that, as we've just seen. QPR, I think, will draw again 1-1. Sheffield Wednesday, I'm going to go 2-0 against Oxford. Sunderland, Swansea, they're out of it at this point, but I think they'll win that one 2-0. And they need to start getting some form for playoffs. West Brom, Watford, I'm going to go 1-0. West Brom. Burnley, Norwich, again, this is a game you look at as a Leeds fan. I think, please, Norwich, please turn up, but I don't think they'll lose it. Please tell me if these are ridiculous. I just don't see where they really drop points. I really don't. Russ Vernon, I'm doing my predictions. I will send you my champ table prediction after. Yeah, please do, Russ. I'll compare, mate. It'll be interesting to see how close we are, buddy. It's fun to do, to be fair, is this. I didn't know how it would turn out, but it's quite fun to do. What I will say is, looking at how it's going, I don't see, out of the three of us, many of us dropping masses of points. It's going to be very, very marginal, very, very tight. I don't see us now with 10 games to go and only 30 points to play for them being as tight as it is as winning the league by 10 points now. That's gone. It's going to be maximums in between, 1 and 6 points probably, which means Danny said it in my chat a few times, it's going to come down to last kick of a ball in the last game of the season. Who knows? It's going to be very tight. I think this is one of those bankers we get. I think it's an easy 3-0 win for Leeds. Get us revenge on that draw early in the season. Plymouth, Sheffield United. It's a tricky one, but I can't. I feel like I'll be doing that just for the sake of it. Everything's telling me Sheffield United beat Plymouth. I can't, even though it's a tricky place to go. I can't bank it on that. For me, look how tight. There's just 4 games to go. Honestly, I'm going to be a nervous wreck. We all are, aren't we? Absolute nervous wreck. This was unexpected. It was Paul doing something a bit different because I'm off route there. Something a little bit different. Matt Leeds. With Aronson, it feels just like the same as in the Prem. No breaks for him, so I don't blame him. Yeah, it's difficult. I mean, we give Aronson stick, mate, for not being a flair sort of 10, someone who's not a creative 10. That ain't his problem. That ain't his fault. He ain't a creative 10. He ain't. It's not his game. It ain't his fault that he's getting flogged there. Do you know what I mean? Like, he's our most like a 10 in our side, but I mean he's played out wide. Some would say he's more of an 8, box to box, like, but he's playing as a 10. And for me, I like my 10s to have flair. I like my 10s to be creative, score goals, assist. He's done that in spells this season, but he ain't really a creative player. He's always gonna have chances to score and sometimes create chances because he's playing for Leeds United at top of Championship. We've got good players. We're forward thinking. We have a lot of the ball. We win games, we're high scoring games. So he's going to be in that. He's going to have all right figures come end of the season, which they are. When you add them up, come end of the season, he's going to have done all right. But he's not the kind of 10 I want to see. regardless of what he does off the ball. But it ain't his game, is it, mate, to be a flair player? So it's none of it's his fault, really. It's not his fault he gets picked every game. It's not his fault they haven't bought anyone to back him up. It's not his fault. Matty, I do see it coming to the last game of the season. Well, I didn't, Danny. We'll see in a few clicks' time, won't we? Last year of the season, not good for us, no. And this was supposed to make me feel better, guys. It's making me feel worse. We lose one game, and the abuse I'm getting on TikTok, you could swear we lost every game of the season. We got to have faith in our boys. Yeah, you have got to have faith in boys, mate, 100%. Don't think I got you on TikTok. We'll get him added. He's funny as anything, is my Paul. Get your link put in, Paul. Got to take every match as it comes, one by one. Yeah, every game's a cup final, mate. It has to be now. Yeah, Leeds in March. Poo, 100%. There you go. Go check my mate out, Paul, on TikTok. Really, really funny guy. Started doing Leeds content. Go give him a bit of support over there. But underneath the Leeds content, he's got some really funny, good viral videos. You're a really good guy, mate. Really glad I've met you, mate. We started the season with Rutter. He's been a great standing. He has, White Swan. He's been a good standing, and he's done some productive numbers. He's done all right. He's done better than I thought he'd do. But now he ain't doing it, and unfortunately, there's no one really to bring in there. I can't say I'm not nervous as a Brown stains in my positive ways. Just don't wear white, mate. Any bad injury to an important player could cost team promotion. Hopefully, international will be kind to us. Yes, it's not even in our hands, then, is it, pal? You've got loads of team going away on international duty. It's not even in our hands, then, which is scary. Scary because we've seen it before, mate. The comeback croc, don't they? Happens all bloody time. Will you be surprised if it happens again? I won't. Well, Blackburn will win that one against Millwall. Bristol, Sunderland. I'm going to go 1-1. Coventry, West Brom. 2-1 Coventry. Derby will beat Luton. I'll go 2-2. Give Luton a point. Middlesbrough, Plymouth. I think Middlesbrough win that 1-0. Watford, Burnley. We'll come back to that one. Norwich, Portsmouth. I'm going to go 2-0. Oxford, Leeds, come back to that. Preston, QPR. I'm going to QPR to win that. Stoke 1. Sheffield Wednesday 1. Swansea 0. Hull 0. Right. Watford, Burnley. I'm very. Would you take a draw now against Millwall? No, mate. No. Absolutely no chance. Absolutely no chance. I can't wait for Matty's meltdown. Yeah, no chance. That's coming, mate. That's coming. If we don't win and win well, that's coming. Is that meltdown on Wednesday? That is coming. Probably on in the car on way home. So make sure you subscribe for that one. I don't want to do it just based on the fact that I want Leeds to win this because this is just fiction. You know what I mean? It's not fact. It's just fiction. But I actually do think Watford will get something against Burnley. Watford at home, I do think they'll get something. I know we went there and won 4-0. I don't think they beat them. I'm going to go 1-1 draw in that one. I am. Oxford v Leeds, even though it's away, I think fairly routine. I'm going to go 2-0. And I think Sheffield United will hammer Cardiff. I really do. I think Sheffield United will win that at ease. So what's that do to the scores? Now that looks good. Now that looks brilliant. I'm getting confident again now. We're at 95 points with 3 games to go. And with a 4-point gap over Burnley. Well, that wild that to say Watford will get so much. Shall I change that? Let me know in chat. Do you think, is that wild to say Watford with 4 games to go will get something against Burnley when Watford are at home? Do I need to change that to a Burnley win to keep it a bit more realistic? Or is that fair? I don't feel like I've done all too drastic at the minute. It's been quite nip and tuck. But that's really changed things in table going into the last 3. What do people think? Leave it. Burnley going to drop points. Well, that's how I think away from home to Watford. It is a tricky game. We were worried about it, but obviously we slapped them up. I don't think that's too. I think Sheffield United and Cardiff will draw. Maybe. I think I'll leave it at that because I think that's the more likely that they'll get points. Watford are bottom of the 6-game home for the chat win for Burnley. Matt Leeds, I think Burnley. I think Bamford scores the winner. It's wild that with 3 to go all through, and that makes me feel sick. Yeah, Oliver, it does. Yeah. Now, I agree, to be fair with that one, mate, but I'm going to keep it as it is because I do think they'll have drawn a game by this point anyway, another game. So I'll leave it at that. But yeah, I do get that actually, mate. They are great at the minute, but Yeah, we'll see. It's good. It's hard to predict stuff like this. You know, I'm not a gambler, but I used to put a little bit on, I guess, when I was younger. Never used to win an accumulator. You can look at a game and go, yep, they're going to win. And then then it never happens. I'll probably be lucky if I've got one fixture right, one scoreline right in all these. I'm going to go Cardiff 1, Oxford 1, Hull 2, Preston 1, Luton 1, Bristol 0. I'm going to let Luton win a game. Millwall 1, Norwich. I think Norwich will beat them. Plymouth 1. I'm going to go Coventry 2, Portsmouth 1, Watford 1, QPR 1, Swansea 0. Sheffield Wednesday, I'm going to go 2-0 against Middlesbrough. Sunderland, I think, will win that game against Blackburn, which might dent Blackburn's playoff hopes. West Brom, 1-0 against Derby. Burnley, Sheffield United. I was looking for third fixture then, but they're obviously playing each other. This is the biggie, innit? So let's go our way. I think we beat Stoke 3-0 with ease. This is the biggest one. This is the fixture. This is the fixture. Matty, are you doing this? If I'm honest, Andy, I'm doing this from my head, not my heart, to be honest. I can be unrealistic at times saying we'll win 4-0, but that's based really off what I see when I go watch them at home. I tip 3s and 4s because it's how we play and we are capable. If I'm honest, when it comes to the other sides, I've gone my head. I expect everybody out of, that top 3 to pick up close to maximum points from now to the end of the season. I do. There'll be a couple of draws in there, maybe a loss apiece, but it's going to be tight. So I'd say I've done it pretty fairly. I haven't gone with my heart because then it's unrealistic. Or I am usually just getting over our loss by now. Then I turn on you this morning and watching you scare me again. It's good to watch, but I think there's a lot more twists and turns to come. Yeah, 100%, mate. There will be. This was supposed to make me feel better. It's mad how we have had such an amazing run, and Blaze and Burnley have stayed right in our tail. Different year, we would have been. Well, that's it, innit? But they've all done the same, Paul. We do our thing, but what you don't realise is every Sheffield United fan, I know they've had a couple of losses in there, but take them out, they're on a great run too. Hence why, they're actually 2 points better off in terms of what they've won this season. Ask Wilder. He won't shut up about it. Twat. And obviously Burnley haven't lost since October. And they're sat third currently. What do you think they're thinking? Boring football, a lot of draws, granted, but they don't see the team lose very often. So we're all thinking the same, to be honest. I think it will all depend where they are at the league at the time. I think if a draw keeps them first. Yeah, obviously it's hard to predict because, different permutations depending where they are, the pressure will get to people and stuff like that. But I think this game in particular is the biggest game of the season, what's left to play. Burnley, Sheffield United. This could definitely get someone knocked out of the race. But I'm, for this one, going to say a 0-0 draw. I don't think it's fair to pick either of them to win. If I'm honest, I think they both drop points. I don't think I can't scream a case loud enough for one of them to win, so I'm going to go with that. And I tell you what, at that point, we're up on goal difference with 2 games to go. We'll be up at that point. Plus 19 goal difference over Burnley. Just one more we need. That last 2 will be champions. So based on that, and I don't think that's far from what will happen, if I'm honest. But based on this now, I'm confident again now, actually. I look at it, I'm fairly confident of getting over 100 points. Like I said, I didn't feel that when I went to bed last night. Yeah, 0-0 leads it up. You're right, mate. Yeah, 100%. It's I've gone from being nervy a couple of fixtures ago to now thinking that fixture there, that Burnley Sheffield United fixture could be the fixture there if they both drop points potentially, or even one of them drop points where we're promoted. That's actually made me feel a lot better. Come on! I know it's just fiction, but that's made me feel better now because I was actually worried how this was going, to be honest. But feel brilliant now after that. Let's go into the next one and see how we do here. Blackburn, Watford. Let's get through these. Go 1-1. Cardiff 1. West Brom 2. Hull 2. Derby 1. Come back to that. Luton 0. Coventry 1. Middlesbrough 1. Norwich 1. Millwall 1. Swansea 1. Oxford 0. Sunderland 2. Preston 1. Plymouth 0. QPR. Whoa. Sheffield Wednesday, Portsmouth. No, actually, to go 2-0. Look at these. Look at these. Oh. Well, I think Leeds there. I think we're in dreamland. Sam Russ, I'll have a look. You blitzed them off, didn't you, mate? You blitzed. I suppose you've not got a chat to go back and forwards either. Andy says, if Wober returns, is it worth a gamble? Shoving Firpo further forward, he's deadly in front of goal. I wouldn't, mate, because I think he's deadly in front of goal, still at left back, pal, to be fair. I don't see... I mean, the benefit of having Vober, and he's good in the air as well from corners. But I wouldn't, mate, because then you're pushing him forward to maybe take Solomon out. If Solomon comes out, you want Ramazani, Nonto. No, I mean, you, Andy, I take it you're a Vober fan. I'm not really, mate. If I'm honest, I wouldn't change it, nobody. Let Sheffield United and Burnley have their day this week. Sleeping dogs lie. I like that, Michael. Yeah, have your moment in Sun this week, lapping it up. We had ours other week, didn't we, when we beat them last minute, so fair enough. Stephen, at this moment, we have the best team, best squad, best manager, and the most neurotic fans in the Championship. Stephen, we are the bee's knees. We are Leeds United. Get us promoted, please. So I think that one, I'm just going to go 2-0. I think we'll win that game against Bristol, and we are up as champions. But this one is interesting, because there's still second place to go here, based on what I've inputted here. QPR Burnley. I'm going to go Burnley, draw again. And I'm going to go Sheffield United, draw again. I've got a feeling, looking at these fixtures, I haven't looked at them in depth. The last 3 games are tricky. You've got Sheffield United and Burnley playing against each other. And then immediately after that, they've got 2 away fixtures, both playing away from home. And we've got two very winnable back-to-back home games. So that 3 weeks out, for me, if we're still top, even by a point or on goal difference, I think that's when it turns, That's a really tricky week, that. To play each other, then immediately both are playing away from home. Look at that, 101 points. 95, 93. So looking at this now, I don't believe it goes into last game for us, but I think it does for second. Because honestly, I think I've gone with my head here. I don't feel like I've done out pie in the sky. I haven't done out to make it look like Leeds are going to win and win the league. I've literally done it quite fairly, I think. Sheffield United Burnley was always going to be the fixture to help us. Things were never going to be easy, and I hope yesterday's game will help us to remain in our game and not be complacent. Yeah, true, Danny. Very true, mate. That game was always going to be a bit of a showstopper, wasn't it? Best thing is, depending how, I suppose it depends how things go, but you'd imagine at that point, would it be a must not lose with 3 to go? We're going to, depending on points, Burnley might have to go. It could be a really entertaining game, that. You could seek best of Burnley if they've got to go get something. That game, I don't really watch rivals games, I won't lie. I tend to watch extended highlights if it's worth watching. But that game, I'll be tuning in for that. I'll be tuning in for that. It'll be another game. I'm sure everyone will be doing watch-alongs. It'll be entertaining. But yeah, last game at season. We're already in party mode. The lads are full of drink. We've already been celebrating down at Ellen Road. Everyone's got a sore head. People travelling out of Plymouth just for a friendly at this point. So Bristol, it's so tight, is that, when you look at them two. So Bristol, I'm going to go 1-0. Coventry, I'm going to go 2-0. Derby 1, Stoke 0. Norwich 1, Cardiff 0. Plymouth, come back to that. Portsmouth 2, Hull 2. Sunderland 2, QPR 0. Swansea 1, Oxford 0. I'm going to go Watford 2, Sheffield United 2, West Brom 2, Luton 0. So Leeds, I'm going to go 2-0. Burnley, Millwall, Sheffield United, Blackburn. Oh, wow. Wow. But I'm going to go Burnley win 3-0. That Sheffield United game against Blackburn, we ever got Blackburn down here, because they're going to be on fringes. They're out of playoffs. So based on that, I'm going to go Sheffield United to win 2-0. Blackburn on beach, ready for their promotion party. And that's it. I don't know what you guys think of that, but for me, our dead fair. I was on my I used my head rather than my heart. But yeah, I do think that's probably fairly accurate. I think I've been fair. Got my ticket today for the Swansea game. Russ, I'll have to meet up with you then, pal. You have to give me a shout and we'll meet up at Peacock. Be nice to finally meet you, mate. I think it's Leeds, Burnley, automatic, do you, mate? To be fair, right now, Stephen, I do. But then do it fixtures. Because obviously, I've been thinking the last few days. I've always said it with Sheffield United. The last couple of days, I've been like, ooh, maybe Burnley. Then going through fixtures there, I don't think I'd change anything. I think I've got their results fairly accurate, if I'm honest. I don't see them losing many. There'll be a couple of draws in there. Have I been too gracious to Leeds United there? I don't think I have. I don't think I had us down losing another game there, though. Obviously, drawing away at QPR, that'd feel pretty bad, even if we beat Millwall now. That'd feel pretty bad at the time, but I do think that's probably about right. Paul said, maybe we need that loss to humble us. Now we won't be overconfident, drop our guard full force. Said, yeah, 100%, mate. Matty, would you have a real meltdown if we lose next two? Would I have a real... There's always a real meltdown when I have meltdown, mate. If we lose the next two games, mate, yeah, my YouTube channel's just going to get took down. Yeah, of course I will, mate. Of course I will. I'll be absolutely fuming. Just hope for a massive reaction for Farker and the fans from the lads on Wednesday. They've got to press it at 4. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what else he's going to... Do you think he's going to speak about Bamford? He's going to ask about Bamford again because he's training that now. I hope not. I don't really know what can come out of that. I don't think there are any injuries. It's just going to be, yeah, you can't win them all, lick your wounds and go again, innit? I think you might have just secured manager of the season for Fat Frank. Yeah, I think so too. But if I'm honest, mate, I think that's what they'll do, you know. I do. I think that's where they'll finish. I think they'll finish at playoffs. I still can't see outside Leeds, Sheffield United and Burnley going up. I can't see it. But what I will say is on the form that Coventry are in right now, and the way I've just ended that, if they maintain it for the next 10 games, you normally say there's a side that comes rolling into the playoffs out of nowhere, and that would be Coventry City. And nobody would want to play Coventry City in there. Sunderland are good enough to go up. Really good side, really good young players. But the season will have sort of just faded out, won't it? To that point, they've just secured 4th where they've been all season. Burnley will be devastated, or Sheffield United, whoever it is, will be devastated with missing out. Or Leeds United missing out in the playoffs. They're in the auto, sorry. Coventry, if they maintain it, if the season ended tomorrow, Coventry would definitely be the one to watch. But yeah, I agree. I've just give Frank Lampard the manager of the season, probably on that. Danny Green says Burnley and Sheffield United will both be thinking must not lose in that game, but both knowing a win will see them up. Be a good game for a neutral. I think we could enjoy it as well for different. Yeah, I agree, mate. It should be an absolute blockbuster, that one, shouldn't it? Fantastic. The old Leeds generated their own enthusiasm, didn't need kicks up the arse from the manager and fans. They set their own standard. I love that point, man. That's great. That's great. Different times, I guess, now, innit? But yeah, that's what you want, innit? You want them. Just playing for Leeds United should be enough. There should be no permutations of, what are fans doing? Is it home? Is it away? As form, it should literally be as a bare minimum. They're up for it because of that badge on the chest, and that's what you want from everyone. But unfortunately, it's not the case. Andy Rowe, Jack and Tash have lately saying Ellen Road has lost its raw and intimidating atmosphere. It sometimes rubs off on the team, and they give Jack and Tash are in South Stand. I see where they're sat most games, and they're right in the thick of it. They bring the atmosphere to Ellen Road, does that South Stand. They are in the heart of that. What I will say is, from a fan who's been to every game at Ellen Road bar the whole one earlier in season, it's certainly an atmosphere that is nervy. It's an atmosphere that when we're winning and there's no nerves and we're 3 up, it's an expected position to be in. So it's not a carnival atmosphere. It's not. But I tell you what, out of all the stadiums in the world, it still has that old feel. It's still, when it's good, it's the fucking best place on earth. It's my favourite place to be at any moment. When the roof comes off, there's nothing like it. But what are we supposed to feel in this moment? We're in a division that we all feel like we shouldn't be in. We got up under Marcelo Bielsa, and we thought that was it. Leeds scum are back all over media, and we thought we were. The side on the pitch last year felt good enough to take us up, and it didn't come to fruition. It didn't. This season, it feels even more so. We're good enough to go up. So it's just a weird place to be. And I just hope to God that Leeds don't fall in that bracket like so many of these sides do. Too good for Championship, not good enough for Prem. I hope the people in the boardroom, the manager, the play, everyone as a collective at Ellen Road and Fort Park, I hope they get it right in the summer. I hope we've got enough to get up. And I say in the summer, regardless what division we're in, because if we did miss out, which heaven forbid we will, I hope we don't. Obviously, we need to go again. You need to lick your wounds and go again, because this side, the ambition, the club, the stadium, everything, it's a Premier League club, and it needs Premier League football and Premier League money to get to where we need to be and where they want to go. Russ says, I've not been to the Peacock in ages. Always go in the fan zone near the East Stand and the Cop End. Yeah, well, I walked past that to get to Peacock, pal. The Peacock's better, I would say. Well, it's better because I'll be in the Peacock. So, Michael Matty, love your streams. You're doing a grand job and a lifeline to us. Well, Michael, thanks so much, mate. I really don't know how well this one's gone. It's been totally weird one for me, but thank you so much for saying that, mate. It really does mean a lot. I'm literally just a fan like you guys. It's just, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely love getting involved and bringing the chat up. That's all I'm saying. Your table means we can lose 2 games and still be champs. That's what it means. It's gospel. I've said it. I've said it. That feels wild, actually, doesn't it? But I don't think I was far off with that, mate. I don't think I was far off. Although I was nowhere near thinking we'd end up on over 100 points last night. But when you actually sit down and do the fixtures and you look at the actual individual fixtures, I do think there's some drop points in there for the sides around us. I just don't think any of us lose many games. I think it's going to be who can turn those tight games into wins rather than draws. Because I think that's where it's going to be won and lost. There's going to be a lot of tight games with nerves, with sides playing, when you're playing teams at the bottom, where on paper you win it, but it's a tight game. Can you turn it into a win? That's where it's going to be won or lost for me now. Paul says, I'd say that's pretty bang on, but I swap Blades and Burnley. Yeah, see, I don't think I did out too wild in there. I really don't. Really. My mate Danny he's going to put a couple of links in the chat if you don't mind checking them out. If you're new on my channel, it's something I do on this channel quite regular. I was just really lucky there that Joe did something similar for me. Put my link in chat to get a few new subscribers on over here, which I really appreciate Joe for, and thanks for coming over. But please check out Danny. Well, Danny's will be on there in a minute, but please check out my good friend Callum, Passion for Leeds, LAFC Passion. Give him a like, please, and a subscribe. Really nice guy. He's only 19-year-old, massive Leeds fan. Sean at Wilco White's my co-host on every Friday night on Late Night Leeds. And Danny himself, Danny Rumsey, please check out these channels. Much appreciated. Perk 789888. They should work on players' confidence behind closed doors. You can't tell against Portsmouth there. Crapping bricks. Yeah. You know what it is? I said it on Joe's show, mate, now. Mentality now. Leeds go up now if they show some mental steel. Don't matter about the quality's there. Don't matter about having seen 10. Don't matter about Solomon being out of form for a couple of days, whether you play Gruev or Rothwell. For me, the personnel does not matter. For 36 games, the personnel have been the answer. That squad has been the answer. Farker has known the answer to any question thrown with him over a 36-game period. Now it's the mental side. Are they going to get dragged into the feelings they had last year? The worry of what will be if we don't make top 2. Because let's be fair, we don't make top 2, we probably don't go up. Shit or bust in it for top 2. It's all down to the mental steel now, really is. £104 points is getting 28 out of 30 available points, which I think won't happen. Yeah, maybe not. Maybe not. I just don't see on paper. When you look at our fixtures, Oliver, our fixtures are very favourable. They're all against the top, the mid to low end Championship sides. So going through on an individual isolated game, it's hard to say we're going to lose any of them, but we will. We probably will lose a game. We'll definitely draw a couple. I've got us there winning 9, then haven't I? And drawing 1, which sounds wild to say now. I don't even think that will happen. I don't think we'll win 9 out of 10. But going through them individually on fixtures there, that's what I would pick. It's hard to pick any of them teams to beat us. But yeah, when you pull it all like that, Oliver, it seems wild. It does. But it's also not out of the realms of possibility that Leeds could win all 10. It's not. Right now, it seems unlikely, but we'll have to see, won't we? Andy says, Farke's been blessed with a good team. How would he manage? And obviously, yeah, I agree with that. But so many managers are blessed with that. I mean, you look at someone like Jose Mourinho or probably a bad example like Pep Guardiola. They only manage top sides. How would they manage with whoever? Marcelo Bielsa, what he did with that Leeds United side, for me, has been one of the best turnarounds for a side ever. Like, what a turnaround that was. And that was down to the manager, not the players. Or down to the manager primarily first to then get the best out of the players. But Farke, yeah, he always has a good side at this level. So he always does well. When he goes up, he struggles. But that's because when you go up a level with this sort of side, it's not good enough for Prem. It is a great question, though, Fantastic. You are right. How would he fare? It's hard to say. But I ain't going to bash him for that. He's had great jobs at this level. Norwich and Leeds United, they should be doing what they're doing. We should be at, the top end of the league. But he is doing it, so it's hard to say. Stephen said, I think Farke is doing a great job. If the worst happens, we don't go up, would you give him one more go? I think I would. Otherwise, we have start from scratch. Stephen, if I'm honest, and I am a massive Farke fan, if we don't go up this year, I would sack him on the spot, mate. I would. And I'd thank him for a great couple of years in terms of week to week, game by game, because it has been a really good, year and a half, 2 years. It's been fantastic. But if we don't go up, yeah, there'd be no evidence for me that we'd go up based on giving him a third go, a third time looking, all that. No, if we don't go up, he has to go for me. If we don't go up this year, I think that'll be us for a few years, to be honest. Thanks, Matty. Great stream. Just subscribe today. Cheers, mate. I keep going while the chat's going, but yeah, I'll try and wrap it up. We'll wrap it up shortly. So get your last few comments in if you want. Likely that Millwall will surely find it tough to break down a Leeds side, who will likely most boss aspects of the game. If it turns out as we expect, we're expecting convincing 2 or 3 in the Leeds. Yeah, I agree, mate. I agree. I don't think the difference with Leeds United at home to away now, as I feel Ampadu being out and his form been a little bit lackluster these last few games. Obviously, the difference is night and day. How you feel away from home to at home. I don't see us losing at home. I don't see us dropping many more points. So I think at home, I'm always going to tip us to win. Away from home, every fixture now seems difficult, even if you're playing bottom of the league. Plymouth at last day of the season seems like a difficult game because away from home, it's starting to feel shaky again. And a lot of that's with Ampadu being out as well. It really is. Fantastic. Agree with everyone. Great stream, Matty. Much love to you. But thanks so much, mate. Thank you. Thank you for coming over. Much appreciated. I'm really glad you asked me on today and able to get a few more subscribers. It means a lot. Can't get over the fact it feels like last season. Yeah, I get that. It does feel a lot like last season, mate. Right now it does. But you've just got to have faith that the side is good enough. The side is good enough to be better than one of the other two sides. And over 36, that's what I get faith in. We've been better for 36 games. Can we be better for the last 10 games? My mate Paul, who's been in chat, made a really good point. If you looked at it like it's a new season, it's a 10-game mini-season now, and we're already 1 point in front. We've got a 1 point head start based on goal difference. Can we better them? Can we better only one of them sides? So we need to do better one of them sides for over a 10-game period, 30 more points to play for. We can end on 31 with having that goal difference, really. So, yes, I believe over the next 10 games, bearing in mind, I think our fixtures are easier, which on the flip side makes it harder because it's tricky games because you're playing lower end sides and Leeds struggle against them. Plus, they might have more to fight for than some mid-table sides. But yeah, Matty Foster, if we lose next 2, do you see us going up as champions still? Not if we lose it, if we draw the next 2, I don't think we'll go up as champions. Because I don't think Sheffield United or Burnley lose the next couple of games. So we could be 4 points behind. So no, I think we need 4 points minimum out of these next 2. I mean, if we lose next 2, Danny, fucking hell, mate. Absolute meltdown. Don't say that, Matt. Don't say that. Could you even imagine? Could you imagine the hype, the media hype behind that as well? Can you imagine Can you imagine not being Leeds? Can you imagine not being Leeds? Can you imagine Leeds getting 2 points from 12 possible? West Brom, Portsmouth. I can't, mate. Don't even bear thinking about. You're right, Richard. They are the teams we struggle against. Lower half teams, we beat the better ones. Tell you now. Tell you, do I know? Yeah, 100%. 100%. I can't disagree with it. But you've got to back them to beat these sides. You've got to back them. I can't sit here and say we're going to lose to Millwall and we're going to struggle against QPR. Although the reality is it's probably going to be a battle in both of them. It could well be. Bricking it for the Knuckle Draggers Wednesday. Mate, I am bricking it already. I won't be able to sleep tonight and tomorrow. So nervous. I was nervous for it anyway. This has just heightened it. Need to take a leaf out of Storage, don't explain your philosophy, embody it. If you sack him for not getting us up, who are you going to get us up? There's nobody. Yeah, I don't know, mate. There's names out there, isn't there? People abroad who, Regis Labree's coming at Sunderland and turn them round, aren't there, from being a mid-table side. There's people out there we might not even know about. But what I will say, if we don't go up again, and I love Fark, and I want him to have a cracking Prem, if we didn't go up again this time, you have to make a change. Because then it's becoming stale. The fan base will turn. It'll be a bad place next season. I always feel like the fan base knew early on last season, with how far we were behind, that we were always going again in second year. I walked out of Wembley gutted, but not distraught, because I felt positive about this season. If we didn't go up this time, it would feel like the end of the world. It would feel like the end of the world, for me personally, because I just feel like it'd be such a big struggle. You've got teams again coming down, your Leicesters, your Ipswich and your Southampton. Instantly, it feels like a much tougher division at the top end of the league again next season for whoever's still in the Championship. Stephen, look at the teams in the Championship next season. Birmingham, Wrexham. There you go. You just said it, Stephen. Yeah, Wrexham, Ipswich, Leicester, Saints, and the teams who don't go up, it will be can't. Yeah, Stephen, 100%. It's going to be a tough division. Tough division next season. For me, looking at that, Ipswich will be side. If depending on who they keep, they'll lose a couple. I'm sure Delap and that'll go, but they'll be a formidable side, I think, next season. Afternoon, Matty. Hey up, Liam. I'm just wrapping it up, to be fair, mate. But thanks for dropping in. Bit of a different one, this one. Bit of a prediction to end the season, how things will go. Just fiction, obviously, but it will really fun to do something a bit different. Chilwell will come to bully us. I think we'll find out what we're made of. Yeah, 100%. I think we get 1 point from the next two. Fante said that's not unrealistic. It done better think about, though. Andy, Matty, with your rugby upbringing, which team, Rhinos or Leeds United, you felt mostly underwhelmed with? It's honestly, it does my head in, mate. Leeds Rhinos were dominating for a decade, if not longer. Winning it all, and Leeds United with indulgence, playing crap football. And then Leeds Rhinos fell off a cliff. All big boys retired. Your Burrows, your Sinfields, your Maguires, your Peacocks. That side, after 2015, retired, when they retired and when they moved on. We've been crap now for the last 9 years. Leeds United have sort of turned it on from 2017 onwards. I had bad spells in Prem, obviously, but being in Prem, even being low-end Prem, struggling for relegate, to stay in the division was still brilliant. And Leeds Rhinos have been crap. I mean, this weekend's been bad. Rhinos lost and Leeds United lost. But yeah, I've always had a rugby league background. Gone to all games, but I've never really gone to Leeds Ellen Road. But that's just down to my family. And I've told you before, my family out football. I'm football, and my kids are football based on my love for them. Oh wow! I'll see. I'll show everyone. So my poorly son. Have you just copied? What have you copied that off of? Off of FIFA?
Yeah.
My 5-year-old son, for some reason, has just done Red Bull Salzburg's badge, which is I think really good for 5. Says poorly as well. Well done, mate. What the back? Will you draw me a Leeds United badge?
Yes, yeah.
Draw me a Leeds United, and then I can show that on tonight's stream, can't I?
Dad, but can you have me a picture of it?
Leeds United one. Have a look on FIFA and I'll be up in 5. Okay. But to be fair, I got that fruit post. What do you all think of this? I got this fruit post yesterday, right? And it is actually a Salzburg top. So I don't know if anyone does this. Obviously, I'm not sponsored by my at that level, but I do a mystery jerseys, like what's it called, a mystery box. I pay $29.99. I think it's gone up now, but mine's like fixed. I pay $29.99 a month, and you get to select what teams or what countries you don't want anyone. So obviously, I've selected. I don't want Alt from England. I don't want no Scottish sides. I don't want no Turkish sides. And I think outside that, I'm sort of covered. So I've got loads. I've got Benfica, Porto, Dortmund, Munich, we came on back, PSG. You've got some really good ones. You get some really obscure ones. Like I've got a Canadian Premier League team, an Indian Premier League team, Inter Miami. Got loads. You get a different one every month. Got a couple of Italian sides. I've got Atletico Madrid. And that one come back. I really like that jersey. But I hate how it's red. And I know it's Red Bull still. It's quite funny. It's RB Salzburg, but I hate that it's red. So like I've got it and I wore it yesterday and I'm like, oh, I had to remember to take it off before I streamed last night. But yeah, I don't want to put no red at all because then there'll be loads of jerseys I won't get, but it's a really good thing that I do enjoy that mystery box, not knowing what's going to come. But you get some really obscure ones, and you get some really good ones that are worth 3 or 4 times your £30 you pay. I don't know if anyone else does it in chat, but it's like a little treat for myself every once a month that comes through post. But yeah, cracking picture, that's one. But yeah, I think I'll wrap it up at that. Thanks so much for would you take KP back in another division? I wouldn't, mate. I wouldn't. Oh, I'd say that's done, mate. I really would. Plays for the badge, he does, but I would say no, mate. Don't want anyone who's got injury problems at Leeds United anymore. I really don't. Love it. Killer picture, great picture, fantastic picture. That is a good lad in it, my boy. Please hit the links in the chat if you haven't already. Yeah, please do. Go see Danny at LUFC Passion and my mate Sean at Wilco Whites. Don't worry about it, Matty. Joe wears red and a white cap. Yeah, he does. So just to let you know, tonight, I'm mixing channel up a little bit. So anyone who's new, I tend to, like Danny will tell you, I tend to just do solo stuff, or I have done since my channel. I really do solo stuff. I like to come on and get through the chat. I pride myself on bringing up the majority of the chats and interacting with you all one-to-one. Try and make my channel the most interactive out there. While ever I can, I will. I'm trying to mix it up a little bit, like I did a review last night, a bit of a panel show, just because obviously I've made friends in this space now and I wanted to get some different opinions. Otherwise, I think I'd just lost my shit totally on my own yesterday. So I had a bit of a panel show yesterday. But tonight I'm going to be solo and I'm doing player ratings. So I know player ratings have been done before and there's a couple of channels still doing them now. All the Leeds bros chatting Leeds, I think. Charlie over there. Lockie does them from time to time, but it's gonna be sort of a different thing again. So if you haven't read it already, I'm doing. It's called Imagine Not Being Leeds, and I'm going to be going through the players tonight. I'm going to be giving you my scores, an image of them, and with a score on it. And while I'm doing that, I'm going to put a poll. I don't know how good it's going to be. I'm going to have to see, but I'm going to put a poll for every single player in the chat. And I know it's not the best game to do it on, but maybe I won't have many viewers, and it might be easier for me to sort of see how I go doing it, because I aren't too sure I will be with poll and bringing it over. But I'm going to do a poll per player while I'm discussing my reasons for giving them the score. And then at the end, we'll see how my scores link up with the chat scores. So you're going to give me an average. I'm going to put in a few. I'm going to put 1 to 10. I'm going to put, if I think a player's in between 5 and 8, I'll put 5 to 8 down and you pick it. And we'll just see how I compare to your guys' thoughts and the general, feeling of how you feel they're played. Really interactive, a bit of fun. Not the best game to start it on, but like I say, maybe a good one to get to grips with it while there might not be many people in, because it's a game really that we just want gone now, isn't it? We've got Wednesday on the horizon. I like to do opposition previews as well. I had a good one with the Portsmouth fans. I've had a Sheffield Wednesday fan. I've had Sunderland fan, who was a good friend of mine, a couple of times. And I love to do opposition previews. I cannot bring myself to message a Millwall fan for Wednesday, which pains me because I really want, there's really, a bit of a spot for an opposition preview. They do really good on numbers. It's really interactive. I like hearing the other opposition's thoughts, better than me just reading stuff. But yeah, no, I know, Danny. I know it'd make great content, but I can't do it. I can't reach out to a Millwall fan. And you know what it is? As much as I don't like Millwall and I get slated by them and I just can't stand the fan base. What did it, Danny, was the Kevin Chris stuff for Ellen Road in that FA Cup. I cannot, Dan. I know I bring someone on who had nothing to do with it. I just can't bring myself to share a screen with a Millwall fan. I can't. When we go to a Prem, I'd share it with a Scum fan. I'm not asked. I'll discuss all that. But I can't bring myself to do it with a Millwall fan, mate. It's too soon. It's too soon. So I'm annoyed it's Millwall because I really want to make it a regular thing, the opposition previews. It's a really good insight to them. I don't mind. End of the day, opposition fans, we need them, don't we? As much as we hate other clubs and we hate other fans, it is what it is. They need to be there, don't they? It's football. It's two teams has to play a game of football, so it is what it is. But I cannot do it on Wednesday. I can't do it for that game. So I'll be back tonight with my ratings for the game against Portsmouth. So please come to that. It's my first time doing it. Please get involved in chat. Please let me know your thoughts in the chat and obviously on the polls. Really interactive. I really want to make this a really good segment of the channel. And obviously then tomorrow I will be back with a preview. Then there'll be a review. All sorts. Late Night Leeds on Friday. I'll be back. Get involved in that. If you haven't checked out Late Night Leeds, if you're new and you've never watched Late Night Leeds, check out the stream from Friday. We've got an interactive fantasy football league in there where you put your predictions in and pick a goal scorer. You win a Burley Banksy signed canvas at the end of the season. It's the most interactive channel out there. I always want to give back to chat. I always want to make you feel part of it. So please got a few new people on here and I really appreciate it. So I'm just sort of like selling myself a little bit. Come back for more. But yeah, I'll be on again tonight. Great stream, really enjoyed it. Cheers, Stephen. Fancies, you're a beast at picking up all the chats. I have no idea how you keep it up. It's easy, mate, when I can do it. Joe can't do it. He's got too many subscribers to be able to hone in everyone. Whenever I can do it, mate, I'll do it. When I can't do it no more, I'll just admit it. I'll just tell you I can't do it. These lives are more personable. Yeah, I always try, mate. And it's not that I feel like I've got to do it. You know what it is, Andy? I love doing it. I love doing it. No thanks. Get Joe and talk about the game. Yeah, he's a busy man. He started working full time now, hasn't he, as well? So he's a busy man. But I've had Joe on before. Really like him. Spoke to him in depth last week as well. Got some tips and advice. We're really lucky, aren't we, in this space to have so many great people. Love it. Exactly. I'm right, Richie. We'll speak about them. Don't need them on my channel. I've said Millwall will win just for the Matty meltdown. Shut up. I wouldn't let any Millwall fan in Ellen Road. Yeah, I said same, mate. I said same. The police at Ellen Road on Wednesday is going to be very, very, going to be a big volume of them, let's put it that way. It's going to be very heightened, I think. With the more police at Ellen Road on Wednesday than there has been all season. And my mate Priestley, don't forget the match day vlogs with other people. Yeah, so my mate Priest, my best pal, meet him at Peacock before every game. We do match day vlogs. Please check them out as well. There's some really good ones in there. We'll have a match day vlog for Millwall. I'm hoping to get a couple of interviews with some fans. I'm getting a bit more confident with my mics out in public. It's something that's really scary and daunting to do. I really want to get people's thoughts and really make everyone part of the channel. So watch out for that. That'll be coming Thursday. Priestley added you on Twitter. Great stuff. Thanks, everyone. It's been a bit of a weird one for me through the day, but I'm back at 10 p.m. tonight, my normal slot. 10 p.m. live for Imagine Not Rating Leeds. But yeah. Want to say bye?
Bye-bye.
On the camera, say bye. Do it one more time. We love you.
Leeds.
Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.